Hello students, I hope you are practicing well and you are aware of the different type of situations that you may face when you use Tally for the first time. And today I'm going to solve one more question. This question which appears on your screen, I'm going to share this question as well as its solution in the Telegram group for your reference. And this question I'm going to put all, there are 10 transactions, and these 10 transactions I'm going to enter them in the Tally software using the vouchers, accounting vouchers. So let us proceed with that. You see, for the transactions, I have given you the solution, the journal entries. You see, even for using Tally, everything Tally will be doing for you. It will prepare the trial balance, it will prepare the PL account, balance sheet, everything, day books, ledgers, everything. But dear students, you need to have the basic knowledge of accounting, the basic rules of double entry, and you need to know how what will be the journal entry, because it is ultimately you who are going to enter the transaction in the, you are going to feed the transaction into the software. So if you are feeding it wrong, the analysis that the software will be doing, that will be wrong. So you have to be very careful. Your journal entries, your concept of double entry, the principles of double entry, the rules of debit and credit have to be very clear. So let us start with the first transaction. Started new business with capital of 5 lakhs, and for this, in the business, cash has come, so cash account debit to capital, because liability named capital has increased. So how do we record it in the software? So let me come to the software. Yeah, so I have opened the software. I hope you all can view it. So I press Alt W, then I press Alt I, then this gateway of Tally screen appears. Now, because I'm going to enter the transactions, first I will have to know which company I'm going to, because in Tally, there are so many companies already existing, maybe existing. So when you sit for feeding the transactions, you need to know which company. So let us do one thing, dear students. Let us create a company. And for creating a company, I hope you remember the shortcut. It is Alt F3. If you don't remember, on the screen, when you're using Tally, this thing is there, F3 underline for company info. So F3 underline, single underline means Alt F3. So Alt F3, I press it, company info appears. In company info, I'll create a company, and this is create a company. So let us create the company named Voucher Practice Sum 2. Okay, rest things I'm not going to put any address and all as of now. So I'm simply going to accept this page, and I'm going to accept this page and put it here. Control A. So after creating the company voucher practice sum 2, I want to enter transactions in this company, and so I will be shutting down Messrs XYZ Limited, which is already existing in the list of selected companies. So for shutting company, I will have to press function H. And then the company which I am going to shut, I have double clicked it, and now you see in the list of selected companies, only voucher practice sum 2 company appears. Now I'll go to the vouchers by press accounting vouchers by pressing escape. Now I reach gateway of Tally. Under transactions, I get accounting vouchers, and for selecting accounting vouchers, I will have to press double click it, or I will have to press Alt V. I have double clicked it. Now let us come to the first transaction. This. Create the accounting voucher, started new business with capital of 5 lakh, cash account debit to capital account. Here students, I want to make it clear that what I am going to do is that I am directly going to the accounting vouchers, and I will pass the transaction there, the accounts which will be required for passing this transaction, I will create it on the spot. Okay. So let us move again to the software. Cash to capital 5 lakh rupees. For the business, it is a receipt. Money has come into the business. So I will select receipt voucher by double clicking here. I'll double click it, or simple click will also do, or I can press function F6, or I can simply press F6 according to the way my machine is accepting. Then in the receipt place, when I record the transaction, if this type of to or buy screen does not appear, then you go to F12, and the second option, use single entry mode. If it is no, it is okay. Your screen will appear like mine. But if it is yes, you make it no. Okay, then your screen will be similar to mine. Escape. Now I have come back to receipt voucher. I need to record cash account debit to capital account. So I need to write to, and here I need to write capital, but I have not yet created capital account for this company. So when I press CA, you see nothing appears here in that ribbon. So I will have to create a company. I'll press in this black screen, I'll put the mouse, I'll put the cursor and write Alt C. When I press Alt C, the screen appears here. I will create capital account. Under capital account has already appeared by default. If not, remember, capital and drawings, they appear under the group capital account. So now rest things I am not going to put. So directly I'm going to press, instead of pressing enter several times, I'm going to press Control A. Now the option for putting the amount was 5 lakhs. Okay, after putting the amount, I press enter, by again one enter, and then I'll write the next thing, cash account debit. So cash is there already by default, and even if I don't type, it appears in the list of ledger accounts by default, because for receipt, cash account is there existing in the system by default. So 5, as soon as I select cash, the amount will also automatically come, because once I put the amount either for debit or credit, the other one will be automatically accepted by the software. Then I press enter again. I can put the narration being business started with cash. Accept yes, no, I will press enter again, and that transaction is recorded. Then let us come to the second transaction. Deposited 4 lakh into Axis Bank savings account. So money goes into bank. The name of the bank is Axis Bank. I may have account in more than one bank, so better to record the name of the bank also. So Axis Bank savings account, not only bank account. Instead of writing bank account, I will write Axis Bank savings account to cash. So it will, because in the this is a contra entry, right? Money goes from cash and it goes into bank account. So it is a contra entry, and for that I'll record the transaction in contra voucher. So I will click I'll click here, and the contra screen appears. Alternatively, you remember, I will press F4 or function F4 as the need is, as the requirement is. Now in contra, I have to record to cash. So as soon as I press CA, you see in the list of ledger accounts, this already appears. Enter. Amount is 4 lakh. Enter. Again enter. Then I want to create an account, okay? Axis Bank savings account in this place. So I'll press Alt C. Then name of the bank account is Axis Bank savings account. Enter. It is not under capital, right? Capital is appearing here, but we know that Axis Bank savings account is a kind of bank account. So I'll press BA, and then out of this list, I'll take bank accounts, and then enter. Instead of pressing enter several times, I could have pressed Control A. Then again enter. When I deposit money into bank, this tally may prompt me to put all this information regarding the type of deposit, but at present we are skipping that. Enter. The type of denominations that we have deposited into bank, because we have deposited cash into bank, so that also tally will ask you. We can skip it by pressing enter. So everything we have skipped, even narration I'm going to skip now. Enter. So now Second transaction has been recorded. Let us come to the third transaction. Purchased goods worth rupees 50,000 from Rohan stores in cash. So Rohan stores is simply given to confuse you because it is a cash transaction. We need not remember Rohan stores. So purchases of goods is there. So purchase account debit and payment is in cash. So to cash account, purchase to cash. So where do we record it? We record it in the purchase voucher. This is the purchase voucher, F9. Now in purchase voucher, we will not record the transaction as a invoice. As I told you in my last video, the purchase voucher or sales voucher, this we can record. We have options. We can record as voucher or we can record as invoice. If we record as invoice, then we can create a printout of that transaction and give it to the buyer. List of items and all is also mentioned. But as I told you earlier, dear students, we have not created the inventory info. Like ledgers, we have not created inventory items in the software as of now. So we are going to avoid that. And so we are going to record it not in the invoice mode, but in the voucher mode. So as voucher is there, no, this if you select, then voucher mode appears. So enter. Yeah, one more thing, crucial thing, date. It has prompted me to give the date. And likewise, for every transaction, we should put the date for which the shortcut is F2, function F2. But dear student, there is one problem because we are using the educational mode. We are using Tally for learning purpose. So in this, you can only use the dates 1st of any month, 2nd of any month, or 31st. Apart from this, you cannot take any date. And one more thing, the other thing is that before entering any transaction, we should actually put the date first by using this. Okay, voucher date we should be putting. This is the normal system, but because for the purpose of teaching, I'm avoiding the date thing. But for your real life application, just remember date should be chosen first. Okay, now the next transaction, as I remember, it was purchase from Rohan stores, right? Purchase from Rohan stores in cash, purchase to cash. So, but in purchase voucher, I'm going to write 2 is there, to cash. Enter, enter, enter. Okay. And amount of purchase, how much was the amount of purchase? 50,000. By purchase. But purchase, when I press PU, nothing appears. That means I have to create purchase account. Alt C. Then I'll create purchase account. Purchase account appears under which voucher? Purchase voucher. So bank account is appearing here because in the last transaction we had chosen the group bank, but now we will make it PU. So purchase account. Purchase appears under purchase accounts. Then I'll press Control A. Then for purchase, what item we have purchased? Had we selected the items, had we entered the items, we could have written here. But we are not recording inventory information. I have not taught you that. So we are going to skip this by pressing Control A. Now we come to the purchase voucher. Amount is automatically appearing by default. Then we press enter. Narration I'm skipping. Again enter. And accept. Yes. So again enter. Now come to the fourth transaction. Purchased machinery for office use and payment made by check. So we have purchased machinery. Machinery is an asset, debit. And we have made payment by check. We have one bank account, that is Axis Bank savings account. So obviously payment has been made through that account. So machinery account debit to Axis Bank savings account, amount is 40,000. So we have made a payment. So we will go to the payment voucher. Payment voucher, we have purchased machinery by. So debit item we will write first. When I press M, it shows a spelling error. So in fact, I'll press escape and here I'll write quit, no. And here in the payment, I will have to create machinery account, Alt C, MACHINERY, machinery. Machinery appears under fixed assets. So when under the group is asked, I will press FI and in the list of groups, fixed assets appear, enter. and I'll press on enter several times, and machinery account appears. The value of machinery is 40,000. Enter, again enter. Then I have paid from Axis Bank savings account. From the list of ledger accounts, Axis Bank savings account, I will select. Amount will automatically appear. Since it's a check payment, details of check and all will be asked. I'm going to skip that for now. Narration I'm skipping. I'm accepting by pressing enter, and that transaction is recorded. Now let us come to the next transaction. Paid rupees 1,000 for medical expenses of owner. That means drawings. So drawings account debit, and money is going out. So to cash, drawings account debit to cash, rupees 1,000. So drawings account debit to cash. To cash means payment. So we have the payment voucher with us. And here we are going to record. So drawings, we'll have to create drawings account by pressing Alt C. DRAWINGS, drawings. Drawings is not fixed asset, but it is capital. Okay. So I'll press, it is deducted from capital. So I will choose capital, and then I'll press Control A. I'm not going to put other information. Drawings is 1,000. Right? If I don't remember, if I'm not wrong, drawings was 1,000. So 1,000, enter 2, and drawings is in cash. So from the list of ledger accounts, I'll choose cash, then enter. Narration I'm going to avoid, accept, again enter. So that transaction also we have recorded. Next transaction is withdrew from Axis Bank savings account 60,000 for office use. So again a contra entry. We have received cash, and the money comes from Axis Bank savings account. So from bank we have brought money into cash. So cash to Axis Bank savings account. Amount is 60,000. I'll record it in the software. In the business, cash has come. So go to the receipt voucher. 2. 2 means to Axis Bank. So 2 A. Why escape? Just let me go through it, dear students. I'll go to the accounts info. I'll see the ledgers. I'll see the display. Axis Bank savings account is there. We have used it previously. Let me go to alter. Let me see. Axis Bank savings account appears under bank account. Okay, it's okay. It's correct. There's no problem. But did I not put any amount? I had entered 4 lakhs, right? So this balance should have it reflected here. That's what I'm worried about. Axis Bank savings account had a balance of 4 lakh, right? Balance of 4 lakh should have been reflected. So now what is the problem? I will check whether the transaction regarding Axis Bank I had put correctly or not. So I can at any time, in the gateway of Tally, I can go to the display to check the transactions. Then I will press daybook, and here you see transactions are appearing. So contra was there. This is the transaction I want to check. 4 lakh I had deposited. So I had passed the entry. Bank 4 lakhs, and cash 4 lakhs. Right? So there's no mistake here. Okay, let us come back to the accounting vouchers. And for contra, yeah, this time it appears. Okay, Axis Bank savings account. What was the transaction? Let us come back to it. Withdrew from Axis Bank savings account 60,000. So cash to Axis Bank savings account. So to Axis Bank savings account 60,000. Enter, 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 enter. And again enter by cash. Narration I'm skipping. Now next transaction. Sold goods to XYZ Enterprise on credit rupees 30,000. Entry will be XYZ Enterprise to sales. So XYZ Enterprise to sales, we will record it in the sales voucher. Again, name of item, but I don't want to record the item, so I will record it as voucher. But the payment is not through Axis Bank. It's a credit purchase. Okay, sorry, credit sale. So debit will be, what was the name of the business from whom we had purchased? XYZ Enterprise. Okay. So now I have to remove this Axis Bank savings account. How do I remove? By pressing space key. Okay, the space key, the longest key on the keyboard. Now I'll press Alt C for creating XYZ Limited account, or XYZ Enterprise was the name, right? XYZ Enterprise. Enter. Now it is not capital. XYZ Enterprise, we have sold goods to them, so they are our debtors. So they will appear under sundry debtors. Then I can press Control A, again Control A, and amount. What was the amount of sale? 30,000. The screen will skip Control A, then to sales. So sales is not there already, so we will have to create by pressing Alt C, then sales, SALES, sales. It will appear under sales account. Sales account is there in the list of groups. I selected that, then I'll press enter, enter. Amount is coming on the sales screen. Then I will skip the narration, enter, enter. Now the last transaction is left. That is paid rent 10,000. No, not last. There are 3 more transactions. Paid rent 10,000 in cash. I'll have to go to payment voucher, and the entry will be rent to cash rupees 10,000. So payment voucher by rent, Alt C, RENT, rent. Rent is an indirect expense, so I will choose indirect expenses. Enter, enter, enter. And amount of rent is 10,000. Enter, enter. And I have paid it in cash. So cash is there already in the list of ledgers. Cash I selected, amount appears by default. Narration I'm going to skip, accept. Now let us come to the next transaction. Received rupees 30,000 in cash from XYZ Enterprise on account. So cash account debit to XYZ Enterprise. Amount is 30,000. We have received, so business has received money. We are going to record in receipt voucher to XYZ. So as soon as I press XY, the name, because I had already created XYZ Enterprise, so it will appear. And how much we have received from them? Rupees 30,000, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it is 30,000 in cash. We had sold goods to them on credit, and now they have paid us the amount. Enter. We are going to skip all this. Enter, 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 enter. Yeah, buy. We have got the money in cash. So we are going to select cash. Amount appears by default. Narration will skip. Enter, enter, enter. Next transaction. Next transaction is the last transaction. Depreciation on machinery 2,000. Journal entries depreciation to machinery. This we will record in journal voucher. By DE. No, it does not exist. So we'll have to press Alt C. I hope you remember the only 2 accounts that exist by default are cash account and profit and loss account. Rest all ledgers we have to create. So depreciation, it exists under the group indirect expenses. And yes, this is correct. Depreciation is an indirect expense. Then you press enter, enter, enter. And the amount of depreciation is 2,000. Enter, enter. And depreciation is on machinery. When I press M, the machinery account is shortlisted. I press enter, that comes here. Amount is also entered. Narration. I skip, accept, enter. Enter means accepting. No need to press Y. Directly if you press enter, that's enough. So we have come to the end of the transactions. All the vouchers we have recorded. So now I press escape and I press it again 2 times. I press and I reach the gateway of Tally. all the vouchers have been recorded. If you want to check whether all the vouchers you have recorded or not correctly or not, you can always go to display. You can go to daybook and you see these are the vouchers. Whichever voucher you want to see in details, just double click on it and the voucher will appear. If you want to alter it, you can always alter it and delete it from this place. By deleting, you will press Alt D. Okay. And for going back, escape. If you want to view your trial balance, you press trial balance. You see here. From gateway of tally, you go to display, then you have to check the trial balance this way. And in the trial balance, all the debit and credit items appear. Both sides are equal. Escape. I will go back to gateway of tally. I want to see my balance sheet. Then in the gateway of tally, balance sheet is directly appearing. You see, this is the balance sheet. I want to see the details of fixed asset. I will double click it. In detail, in fixed asset, I have machinery 38,000. Now, even machinery, I can double click to see that it was balance was 40,000, depreciation is 2,000, and so the current balance is 38,000. You see, so detailed information is available just at the click of your mouse. So whatever you want to see, balance sheet, you want to see profit and loss account, you can see that. So all this balance sheet, profit and loss, stock summary, ratio analysis, they appear directly in the gateway of tally under reports heading. And for ledger and for journal entries and trial balance, you'll have to go to display in the gateway of tally menu. So when you go to the display menu, this not only trial balance and daybook, but many more things, cash flow, fund flow statement, inventory books, account books, everything you can view here. Escape. So this is how we have recorded the transactions, and we have also viewed the profit and loss account, balance sheet. We have also viewed the journal entries, and that's it, dear students. This is the way, this is the system in which you are going to deal with the basics of recording transactions in the software. Thank you and all the best for your upcoming test. Thank you.